Welcome back to Earn Money Online, the easy way I teach you guys on how to make money online using just your phone. So in today's video, I'm going to review RoyalQ. I've been using RoyalQ for now 3 months, and from these 3 months, I'm going to say the positive side and the negative side, and also I'm going to address some of the key challenges that I find people facing with RoyalQ. So one, I'm going to talk about how the RoyalQ business operates. 2, I'm going to talk about how you can make a loss with RoyalQ. 3, I'm going to talk about how you can maximize profits with RoyalQ. So those are the 3 main things I'm going to base on this video. So 1, how does RoyalQ operate? Now remember, RoyalQ is a crypto trading bot that helps you trade cryptocurrencies on your own behalf. Yeah, it helps you to trade cryptocurrencies automatically. So what is the whole business model around RoyalQ? Now I'm going to use a certain example and I think we shall connect to it. So look at this. If you want to start up a business in the real world, what are you going to need? You're going to need a venue, you're going to need capital, you're going to need a worker, and you're also going to need the goods that you'll be trading. Now, connect it to the online world when you want to use maybe crypto trading bots, or when you want to go into crypto trading or forex trading. Now, you can do it manually or you can employ crypto robots. And this is how you're going to do. This is how the same business model in the real world applies to the online business. So you'll need a venue where you're going to conduct your business. And in this case, when we are dealing with RoyalQ, we shall need a crypto wallet. That will be the venue. A crypto wallet will be like Binance, Coinbase, or Kraken exchange. So you need either of those 3 crypto wallets. In my case, I use Binance. So after getting the venue, which is your Binance, that is where the transaction is going to be occurring. That's where the business is going to be occurring. That's the venue. Now you need capital. Why do you need capital? You need capital. First of all, it is the capital that you will use to trade. Secondly, it is the capital that you will use to get a worker. You understand? So you have the venue, now you need capital to get a worker, because when you don't have a worker, you have to put in all the hard work yourself. So that's why you need a worker such as RoyalQ. You buy RoyalQ, you pay it for the whole year. It is sorted. RoyalQ for the whole year, the cost of RoyalQ for the whole year is $120. This means that if this is your worker, then you're paying this worker $10 every month. But this time, just that the charge is once, $120 for the whole year. Now, after getting the worker, you still have more capital. Now, it is this capital that you will put in your Binance. Remember, RoyalQ does everything in your crypto wallet. You don't have to transfer money from your wallet to RoyalQ, because that's how it operates. Everything it does, it stays in your wallet. The screenshots that you see, those are just results of what RoyalQ has been doing in your Binance. So when you see someone parading a screenshot that he has been earning with RoyalQ, a screenshot from RoyalQ, that is just a report of what has been happening in his Binance. I hope you understand. So every transaction, every profit you make, everything that you make, every transaction, that the buy and the sell, they all happen in your Binance. So once you have now the worker, it is now time to put the money or your capital into your Binance. Put the money into your Binance. And now remember, when you have a worker in the real world, this worker cannot do anything without your instruction. I want you to get this. So this worker cannot maybe wake up in one morning and say, since I know my boss's business, let me just go ahead and maybe buy computers that I will sell off at a profit, and then I'll present the profit to him. Or even if I make a loss, know what? This worker has to respect you. This worker has to work on your own instructions. It is the same thing with RoyalQ. Now, for RoyalQ to do anything in your Binance, it has to first seek your permission. You are the person going to instruct this RoyalQ on what it will buy and what it will wait to, what the conditions will wait to fulfill. For example, you can say, after maybe getting a signal, because for us who have RoyalQ, and maybe I'm in Uganda right now, and we have these RoyalQ groups that are in Uganda where they give us signals to go ahead and trade on that specific day. They even tell you, for example, if a signal is to wait for a preset price, they tell you to set the preset price. So what you do after getting this signal, you go to RoyalQ, because you've connected your RoyalQ to your Binance. It can monitor everything in your Binance 24/7. Now what you do is get these instructions or this signal, you go to your RoyalQ, and you set this RoyalQ. For example, if it is a 3% take profit, you tell this RoyalQ, buy for me this coin when it reaches this price. Right now the coin is here, but when it drops and reaches this price, buy, use maybe $20, $30, $100, depending on the capital you have. Because you know, in any business, the amount of profit you make depends on the capital you have. So even in RoyalQ, it is the same thing. The money is in your Binance, but you're telling RoyalQ, since it has access, you've connected it to your Binance or your wallet, you're telling RoyalQ go to my wallet, buy this coin, use this amount of money when the price reaches here. When the price falls by maybe 1 or 2%, depending on the signal, how you've set it, go ahead and use this much more amount of money, buy again. When you see you can take a profit of 3%, go ahead and sell. That is what you tell to the bot. Now what the bot does, it is going to wait until your conditions are fulfilled that it can perform transactions in your Binance. For example, if you say buy Solana when it reaches this price, it is going to wait. Even though the money is there in your Binance, even though you've given it instruction, it is not going to buy until your condition is met. It is going to wait until the price falls to the price you told it. It goes ahead in your Binance. It tells you, even shows you a message that I've bought this. Now, if you've told it to take a profit of 3%, it is going to wait until that profit is met. Then it can go ahead and sell and make for a profit. Now, I see some people saying that they have made losses with RoyoQ, that RoyoQ is charging them fuel for no good reason, that it is charging more fuel than it is making. Now, some of these things, you're the person making the mistake, because I believe if you're the person instructing your worker on what to do, then if you instruct your worker wrongly, you're the person going to incur the loss, because the worker is not acting on their own behalf, they're acting on your instructions. It is the same case with RoyoQ. If you give RoyoQ the wrong instructions, it will go ahead and execute the wrong instructions, leading to you incurring the loss. Now, you don't blame the bot for making a loss, you blame yourself for setting it wrongly. For example, this is what happens. For example, in the group, they give us a signal in the morning, maybe at 8 a.m. Maybe you are busy by the time they release the signal. You come at 10 a.m. and the signal has already made money for people. Now for you, you come and enter the market with the same signal they gave at 8 a.m. without asking whether the signal is still valid or what. What happens is, when you instruct this bot to work upon that signal, what it is going to buy, for example, you tell it buy, it is going to go ahead and buy. When it buys, it is not going to sell until it meets the take profit that you've given it. You understand? So what happens is, sometimes the coin from the range, they see that once they make the analysis, they see that maybe in 2 hours time, this coin is going to trade massively. It's going to make a lot of profit. After 2 hours, the coin might go down. Now for you, come and enter the market in the dip when the coin has already started going down. The bot is going to buy. But if you've not set the margin calls, or the number of times the bot should continue buying once the price keeps on falling, it is going to buy once. The coin will be there in your Binance. You'll be seeing it is there, but the coin is dropping in price. What happens is, the bot is not going to sell until it reaches that maximum take profit that you told it for it to sell. I don't know whether you're understanding this. So, does it mean that the bot, when it buys a coin that is falling, automatically it is going to make a loss? No, it is not. So there is what we call margin calls. Margin calls are, you tell the bot how many number of times it should go ahead and buy and what capital should keep on using. For example, I may say, I tell my bot, buy when the price reaches this, use $50. When the price drops by 2%, use $100. Now go back to the market, buy the same coin. When the price maybe falls by more 1%, go ahead back in the market and buy more times. So the bot, the more times it buys, it computes what we call the average buying price. Now, even when it is in the dip, and by the way, in the bot, that is called the martingale strategy. Even when it is in the dip and the coin is falling, but since they are down, maybe the coin rises up slightly, and it sees if it can sell at that price, even though you have told it to take a 3%, but the coin is dropping, there is a chance that one time when it is dropping, maybe in the day, and there is an increase in number of sales and the volume is high, and the price increases like this sharply, then the bot, even though it can't make the 3%, but it's going to calculate the average buying price, then calculates also the average selling price if at all it sells at that price. So even if it is going to make for you a 1%, it's going to sell off everything and make for you a smaller profit margin. That because the bot uses artificial intelligence, so it understands once the market is going down, it may not be able to recover everything, the 3% profit, but can recover for you a 1% or 2% profit. That is called the martingale strategy. So what happens, how people make losses is like this. What happens is that the coin is dropping, this person has put in a trade, but he sees the coin is dropping. So once he had not set the margin calls, he said, no, let me stop the bot and sell from here and sell manually. So what happens is, you're going to incur the loss, because the bot for it is not going to make for you any loss. It is going to either wait until it can take the highest profit margin, or it is going to wait until it says that it can make for you a slightly small profit margin that you can sell off and make a profit. So what happens if you intervene and you sell manually, you're going to incur a loss. For example, let me give you this example. It was in, I think, February there. It was in mid-February. I needed money. I had money on my Binance, but the bot was trading using that money. It had bought some coins, but I saw I needed money urgently. So I had to stop the bot. I had to stop the bot and sell off manually, and I incurred a small percentage loss, but it was okay with me because I needed the money to use it. So I needed to stop the bot, sell off manually, and I get out my money. Then later I could put the money back and I maybe trade other coins. So you understand? So you can stop the bot manually, you sell off at a small loss, or you wait for the bot to complete the trade. Okay, you wait for the bot to complete the trade. Some are asking me, so how much profit do I expect to make on a day from RoyalQ? So the profit margin is always from 0.5% to around 5% per day. That's always the profit margin, depending on how much capital you have. That also dictates how much money you'll be making per day. But that doesn't mean that the bot can only make a maximum of 5%. Sometimes as the trade moves, or as the market moves, you can find the market is moving on your side. So the market rises sharply and the bot takes the maximum profit, 10%, 20%, but the expected range is around 0.5 to 5%. Then also some people were asking me, so does the bot do everything automatically after putting the settings? Do I need to keep on checking on the bot? You don't have to check on the bot. You just have to keep on seeing the notifications. For example, after setting the bot, after setting the signal, you just sit back and relax. You go into your own work. Even if you switch off your phone, the bot is going to act in the background on your instructions. Work on them and make sure it does specifically as you told it. Then some were asking, so how do people lose money? And maybe the money that you transfer from your Binance, some people asking, the bot is charging me fuel fee even when I'm not making a profit. This depends. Some of the times you use some other people to trade for you. Yeah, you use some other people, big traders, to trade for you, and you give them access to your Binance. This person, when they execute a trade, even when they made a small profit, you might see your bot charging you fuel fee, because for it is thinking that the overall profit the other person has made, also it counts. There is a way it counts it there. But what I have to say is that when the bot itself can't charge you any single money except off your profit. For example, there is what we call fuel fee, and let me explain on the fuel fee. Fuel fee is the money the bot charges you whenever you make a profit. So for example, in a day you trade and you make a profit of $100, fuel fee is 20% of the profit. So they expect you to transfer 20% of the profit that you've made to RoyalQ or to the RoyalQ company. This profit, this 20% they charge you is maybe to service the bot, or maybe to splash to your appliance like that. So they don't charge you any money unless you've made a profit. They charge the 20% of the profit that you've made. So if you make a profit of maybe $10 in a day, you're supposed to transfer $2 to RoyalQ. But RoyalQ doesn't trust you that you'll be that generous enough to transfer the money from your Binance to them after making the profit for you in your Binance. So what they do is they tell you, before you start trading, transfer some small money into RoyalQ account, around $10, $20 if you have a small trading capital, or if you have more trading capital, more money. When you transfer this money to RoyalQ, now it is on this money that they will be subtracting the 20% of the profit. For example, you'll trade in a day, maybe using $300, you make a profit of maybe $20. So they want to charge you $20 from the profit, but they can't go into your Binance and withdraw that 20% from your profit. What they do is that they will deduct this 20% from the money that you had deposited into RoyalQ, from the fuel fee that you had deposited into RoyalQ. So if you put there $20, they're going to deduct maybe the $4 from the $20, and you see your fuel fee decreasing to $16. When it reaches maybe $5, they tell you can't trade again. First transfer some fuel fee into your RoyalQ. So I think I've addressed some of the major issues. If you have any other issue with RoyalQ, please, you can contact me on the phone numbers you're seeing on the screen. But what I know is that RoyalQ is a legit business because you're in full control over everything. You're in full control over the trading. You're in full control over your capital. Your capital stays in your Binance. You don't have to transfer your capital to any other third party. Your capital stays in your Binance. You're in full control over everything that is happening in your Binance. So if you feel that maybe this is the right business you could do, just go ahead and contact me before you use my link, please. Some of you use my link without me knowing. Please, if you use my link, go ahead and contact me. I give you more guidance, because at the end of it all, you will need guidance once you're new to this business. So contact me, use my link, register, buy your bot. After buying the bot, put the capital in your Binance, start trading. All the profits will be in your Binance. You're in full control. You can even pause the bot. Today you say, no, today I want to do manual trading, or maybe you are trading, but here I want to fast pause here, I want to remove my money. So you're in full control over everything. You have full access to your money in your Binance. Remember, you don't have to transfer money to RoyalQ. The only money you transfer is the fuel fee, which I've explained and how it is calculated. So see in another video. If you feel that this is the right business for you, go ahead and join me. Let's do this business together. See you in another video.